Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2019-2020 Lake Preston Athletic Awards Banquet, done virtually. We'll continue to move forward with this, but I'm Dana Felderman. I'm Superintendent, Athletic Director, Elementary Principal here at Lake Preston School. And over the time here in the spring, due to COVID-19, we've moved to a virtual athletic banquet. We feel we still need to recognize our student athletes as they finish up their careers or continue their careers here at Lake Preston School. So with that, I will turn it over and we will start this presentation and the banquet as we normally would with a program and breaking each specific sport down with each head coach presenting awards. And we will put together a video for this.
Year has not gone as planned for any of us. Our golf team had goals of not just sending one individual to the state golf tournament, but a whole team. Although we'll not be able to see just how well our golf teams would have done this season, golf courses are open across the state and they are in better condition now than they were all of last year's wet and muddy season. I encourage you to get out and practice your social distancing on the golf course. I would like to announce our group of seniors who have dedicated years with the Diver Golf program and will unfortunately no longer be able to participate in another high school competition. Our seniors are Jacob Carlson, Nicholas Carlson, Colby Olson, Austin Strandy, and Nick Hurd. These young men have golfed each year leading up to 2020 and have all shown that they understand that golf is a game of integrity and great sportsmanship. I'm proud of them and all of their accomplishment throughout their high school career. Golf is truly one sport that you can play and excel at throughout your life. So I anticipate to see you driving for show and putting for dough for many years to come. I will close with a quote from Bobby Jones. Golf is the closest thing to the game we call life. You get bad breaks from good shots, you get good breaks from bad shots, but you have to play the ball where it lies.
Hi, this is Coach Tanya Buman, and I will start with our cross country team. And this year for cross country, we had seniors Ashlyn Dickenicker, Julia Falsetta, and Ashley Neely. The rest of the girls were Stella Dickenicker, Amelia Holland, and Mallory Carlson. Participated as a sixth grader. And the boys team consisted of Rhett McMasters, Tyler Jurens, Chris Trevinerum, Ashton Wink, and Lane Jensen. This year we had state qualifiers included Rhett McMasters, 4th place, and Ashton Wink. Rhett McMasters ran a time of 17:32.75 this year at state, and Ashlyn Dickenicker also was a state qualifier and ran a time of 22:43.93. And just to speak in behalf of my seniors a little bit, I can't thank them enough. It has been a great, fun, enjoyable many years with them. I have been very blessed to be able to coach Ashlyn, Julia, and Ashley pretty much all the way through. Have coached Ashlyn in basically about all sports that she has been in. Couldn't be more proud of her and the things that she has accomplished in all aspects of her life. She has been a state qualifier every single year for cross country, even on years when she maybe didn't know if she really wanted to continue to run, and maybe didn't necessarily go all out during preseason. She's just a competitor, a go-getter, a hard worker, and when the chips are down, she shows up and she gets it done. I wish all of the kids very, very best. I can't wait to see the underclassmen next year, and I wish the seniors the absolute best in everything in the world. Thank you so much for giving me all those years. Good luck, Ashlyn, Julia, and Ashley. Thanks. Hi, this is Tanya Buman, Lake Preston's track coach, and I have been coaching here for the last 9 years, and anyone at all who knows me knows that I'm very passionate about track. I totally, truly do enjoy it. This was a very hard, frustrating year. It is so fun to coach track and to see these young people develop and just to give it everything they got and to improve, not even just in a physical aspect, but just to grow and develop in all areas. Of course, with the COVID, we've never ever had anything like this at all. My kids showed up, they worked hard. We had the hardest part of track, the first 2 weeks, basically the preseason is where we were at. They worked so hard, they gave me everything they had, and we have a very, very amazing young team for this year too. We would have been extremely successful, and they should all, I hope you all believe that and know that, and that you promise me that you know that I have always taught you that you need to always dream and believe in yourself and go for it. Life is not fair, and that's just a fact. But I'm very proud of those that went out. We had 17 out, and we were having fun, kinda, they say, during preseason, but it would have been a great season. So I will name off the kids. My seniors are Ashlyn Dickenicker, Ashley Neely, Alex Wink. Juniors, Madison Perkins, Corey Jurens, Rhett McMasters. Sophomores, Tyler Jurens, Christopher Rum. Freshmen, Stella Dickenicker, Angel Henry, Jonah Dennison, Jake Larson, Ashton Wink, Bergen Woodcock. 8th grade, Josh McMasters, Alice Warney, and 7th grade, Amelia Holland. It is frustrating to be here talking to a computer screen instead of getting you guys ready to go to Howard Wood this weekend, but know that I am proud of you, and I thank you for showing up each day and wish you all the very, very best. And I especially want to say thank you to my seniors. Ashlyn Dickenicker has been to a state track meet every year that she's been out. So has Ashley Neely. They're amazing young ladies. Alex Wink, you have improved in so many ways. I couldn't be prouder. When you first came out for track, just the coordination and everything that you have grown and developed through is absolutely amazing. And so I thank my seniors for coming out from the bottom of my heart. I'm so disappointed for you that you didn't get to have the track season that you deserve, but will never be disappointed in you. I wish you all the best. Can't wait to see you next year. And please be running. Thanks. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Mrs. O'Day. I will first start by saying I am really bummed that we can't be together for athletic awards. The number one thing that I thought of when I knew we couldn't have athletic awards together was that we would all be missing out on the taco salad. That is a big bummer. So hopefully next year we can make up for it and have like 2 big bowls of taco salad or something. I don't know. But since we can't all be together, I'm glad that we can put together this video for you so that we can honor you as athletes and the hard work that you've done for Lake Preston and Badger Athletics and Night Athletics throughout this school year. So if you don't know me, I am the competitive cheer coach and the sideline cheer coach for both football and basketball. So I will run through the awards that I have for you today. For competitive cheer, I will first start with recognizing who was on the team this year from both Lake Preston and Arlington, and then I will go through the awards. Our 7th grader this year was Sadie Spicer from Arlington. Our 8th graders, Faith Stephenson, Savannah Perkins, and Claudia Campbell, who is from Arlington. We had 1 freshman, Angel Henry. Our sophomores were Marissa Rober, Shelby Olson, and Danny Odegaard. And our 1 junior, Madison Perkins. Now for the awards for competitive cheer. The girls and the coaches, both myself and my co-head coach Brooke Virchow, vote on the following awards, and then we take the top vote getter, and that person receives the plaque. Our most improved cheerleader this year was voted on by her teammates, and that goes to Sadie Spicer. Our most promising award, which means this is the athlete whom the team thought has a lot of potential when it comes to competitive cheer and growing in the sport. Our most promising award goes to Faith Stephenson. Faith also received the Go-Getter Award, which is our award that recognizes the person who strived to be better, helped to improve the team, and who is the most determined. And then for our outstanding awards, our outstanding tumbling award this year goes to Angel Henry. Our outstanding jumps award goes to Marissa Rober. Our outstanding motions award goes to Madison Perkins. And Madison also receives our most valuable cheerleader award. This is the person who shows leadership, talent, positivity. They set a good example. She was also our captain this year. She did a phenomenal job, and we really are proud of her, and we're proud of all the girls, both award winners and those who did not win awards. We really had a tough season, but I still feel like it was a good season. And I am super proud of the girls for making it all the way through, for choosing to go to state, and for doing their best. I'm incredibly proud of the work that you put in and for the routine you produced. I don't know what's going to happen with tryouts. By now we would have been close to tryouts happening. But since we're not, we just have to stay tuned and hang tight, and we will be back together soon. So congratulations to you all. I'm proud of you all, and I will see you all soon. And now for sideline football cheer. We had 6 girls on sideline football cheer. That is part of the co-op with Arlington. Go Badgers. Our seniors for sideline football cheer this year were Brenna Woodcock, Courtney Wendell, and Victoria Donovan, who's from Arlington. I would also like to note that Brenna and Victoria finished their 4th season as football cheerleaders. They entered together and they ended together. They've done a fantastic job for sideline football cheer. I've enjoyed having them both on the team. They're really, really incredible young women, and I'm proud of both of them. Our juniors for sideline football cheer, Lindsay Eilenich, sophomore, Shelby Olson, and our freshman, Angel Henry. So for sideline football cheer, both myself and the co-coach for Arlington, Holly Spildy, both choose an MVP from each school. My MVP for sideline football cheer is Brenna Woodcock, and we both also agreed Victoria Donovan would receive Arlington's MVP, but even if she wasn't the only one, I fully believe she would have received it because she's dedicated, she's hardworking, and so is Brenna. Both of them are dedicated, hardworking. They've been great examples. They've been great cheerleaders. And like I said, I'm proud to have had both of them. I'm proud to know both of you, and I'm excited for both of your futures. I can't wait to see what you do. And then for sideline basketball cheer, I will recognize who's on sideline basketball cheer, and then, of course, our MVP. So for sideline basketball cheer, I had 3 seniors. We got to have 8 this year, which was exciting because we got the mini bus, so we could carry 8. I was very excited about that. It definitely made things a little more complicated as far as like getting more uniforms and fitting everybody in a court, or on the side of a court. But it was awesome to have 8 voices and 8 girls, and I hope that continues in the future. So our seniors for sideline basketball were Brenna Woodcock, Courtney Wendell, and Kaylee Poppin. Again, I will recognize Brenna. She has been a basketball cheerleader for the last 4 years, and she's really, really done awesome. Brenna is just a type of girl who is just a cheerleader type. She, um, especially for basketball, you can just tell that she really loves what she does. Um, I can't wait for her to be a cheerleader, whether that is on the sidelines or in the stands at college next year. And I hope you carry that with you, Brenna, wherever you go. I've really enjoyed having you as an athlete, and I'm excited for you and your future. Our juniors this year on sideline basketball were Lindsay Eilenich. Sophomores, Marissa Rober, Shelby Olson, and Kate Reese. And then we did have a freshman, Stella Decanicker. Again, I choose an MVP award for sideline basketball as well. I always look for the girl who sets a good example, both in practice and in performance during the games. A good example for the other girls, a good role model for younger girls, a person who's loud, a person who has good technique, good motions, just an all around great spirit leader. My sideline MVP for basketball goes to Brenna Woodcock as well. Congratulations to you all, sideline football girls. This will be my last year as sideline football coach and sideline basketball coach. I felt like it was a time for a change, and I'm excited to see your programs continue in the future. I know that there are a lot of girls who are interested in the program, and I hope you continue that interest because it is necessary. You guys are the school spirit promoters, and I hope to see you on the sidelines in the future. I'll still be at the games. You just won't be having to put up with me as much for the traveling and stuff. So I can't thank you enough for being a part of my teams in the past few years. And I think that's it. So congratulations to all the teams this year. I know track and field and golf, you didn't even get your chance. I know you would have done amazing. And congrats to all the divers, all of the Knights, and all the Badgers. Thanks.
All right, welcome to the 2019 Lake Preston Diver Volleyball Awards. First off, there's a lot of people that we need to thank. We had our shares of ups and downs this season, but one thing that never went away was our fans, our parents especially. You guys were the greatest. You were always showing up, supporting us, cheering us on, helping us get our momentum back. You kept us fed, supported, and loved all season long, and we really appreciate that. I also want to say thank you to our fans for always being professional and appropriate. As a community, that's something to really be proud of, and it was good to see that good example for our athletes. Secondly, I want to say thank you to our seniors. We had two this year. Courtney and Brenna, you guys left a huge impact this season. Starting right away last summer, you were both up to the challenge of being leaders, planning open gym, getting ready for team camps. It was really fun to watch you guys grow and shape the team. We're going to especially miss your laughter and your hard work in the gym this season. Looking back at our season, it can be very deceiving. We did not have the record that we hoped for, but we did have a lot of growth. We gave out 15 varsity jerseys this year, but only 3 of them went to upperclassmen, to our juniors and seniors. We had 12 that were underclassmen that received those jerseys, so it's no surprise that we were super young again. But this year, our younger classmen came out ready to improve and fight. Throughout the year, so many things came together for us. Players starting fighting for positions, figuring out positions, improving each game. And while we will miss our seniors, I am very optimistic about next season. Instead of starting at ground zero like many teams have to do, if we pick off where we left off last year, we can really make an impact this year. We've got a lot of talent that's going to be ready to go. Although we may not be together this summer, I still have big plans for the girls, and I know that they are ready to work. They're excited, and we're going to continue working, and we're going to start off next year with a bang. But before we get there, we do need to celebrate this season with our awards. So first off, we have our Offensive Player of the Year. All of our awards are voted on by our players, except one. They're voted on, all of them are voted on by the players. So our Offensive Player of the Year, in volleyball, our offense is our serving, our setting, and our hitting. Those are considered our offensive plays. And there are plays that score us points. And the team voted that award to go to Annika Nelson. Next was our Defensive Player of the Year. In volleyball, our defense is blocking, serve, receive, digging, any of our plays that keep our opponents from scoring points. And that award goes to Ava Malone. Our MVP is our last award that's voted on by the players. This one this year was strictly voted on by the players. The coaches didn't have any input. And it's no surprise that it went to one of our captains, to Holly Andrews. The last award is an award that I started when I started coaching 2 years ago. It's selected by the coaches. It's not talent-based, but it doesn't mean that that player doesn't have talent. It's all about sportsmanship. It's about working hard on and off the court, being a good example, and just going after it every single day. And Coach Beckler and I had no disagreement. We both agreed that this award goes to Amelia Green. And then our other two awards that were already mentioned previously in the year are our DVC All Conference, and that went to Annika Nelson. And then our DVC Honorable Mention went to Holly Andrews. And then last but not least is all of our letter recipients. In volleyball, you have to play 12 games in order to receive a varsity letter. And so those players that receive a varsity letter are Ava Malone, Annika Nelson, Marissa Rober, Courtney Wendell, Morgan Curd, Holly Andrews, Jocelyn Stephenson, Angel Henry, Brenna Woodcock, and Amelia Green.
Hello, this is Coach Solberg on behalf of the Arlington Lake Preston Badger football team. I'm here to hand out and give some awards for our athletic banquet. First, I'll briefly recap our season. We ended the season going 4-5 and losing the first round of playoffs to the eventual 9AA champion Viborg Hurley. They're a really, really good team, but our guys battled and we gave them all that we could give them. It was a season of ups and downs, going through some injuries, but very, very proud of the guys for never giving up and always playing. I'd like to also quick thank the coaching staff for all their time put into the program for the kids. Steve Gilbertson, Randy Schmidt, Zachariah Ricky, Scott Sampson, and Danny Strandy. I would like to acknowledge and thank the following seniors for their years of dedication on the field, in the weight room, and in the classroom. They've been asked to put in a ton of time in the weight room over their summers, and it's really shown in some of the athletes that put in that time and are dedicated to the program. We'll just go through the seniors now. Number 10, Jarrett Brown. Number 11, Nicholas Carlson. Number 19, Austin Strandy. Number 22, Logan Williams. Number 45, Colby Olson. Number 48, Alex Wink. Number 96, Jacob Carlson. And number 23, Gavin Holland from Arlington as their only senior. So we would just like to thank those seniors for all their time and dedication to the program. It's always a great time to acknowledge and praise those guys during the athletic banquet. We could tell stories and we could talk about them for hours. And you know, we kind of like to brag, but unfortunately with this year,
it's not possible. So thank you guys for everything you've done. You will be missed. Your leadership, your dedication, and hopefully set an example for the younger athletes. Now going through some team awards. These were elected and voted on by the team. The most valuable lineman award goes to Logan Williams. The most valuable back goes to Gavin Holland. Most improved athletes are Tate Larson and Christopher Wallace. Most courageous, Gavin Holland. And lifters of the year, Gavin Holland and Tate Larson. So congratulations for receiving those awards. Again, they were voted for by your teammates. And some Dakota Valley All-Conference awards. The All-Conference players this year were Gavin Holland, Tate Larson, Christopher Wallace, and Logan Williams, with the honorable mention Jasper Dennison. So congratulations for your All-Conference awards. As for next year, we're very excited to see what we have and what next year brings. With that being said, summer workouts are going to be very different this year. Each athlete, you're going to have to hold yourselves accountable. You're going to have to put in the time. You're going to have to put in the workouts, because as of right now, we'll not be able to hold summer workouts at the school. So we will be sending out summer workouts, things that you can do at home, at home workout plan. And it's totally up to you and how much work you put in. Just remember to ask yourself, are you outworking your opponents? I think the athletes that have succeeded and have come in improved and get those most improved really put in the time in the off season, and that's where it starts. So I challenge you guys to put in adequate work this summer. Reach out to your coaches. This is for every athlete. Reach out to your coaches for recommendations and at-home workouts. We're more than willing to help you out there and give you some stuff to do at home. So with that being said, that is the Badger Football Awards. I'd like to thank all the parents and all the athletes again for a great year. It's always a pleasure being able to coach them throughout the year. So thank you.
All right, this is Coach McCutcheon. It's great to be back in Lake Preston this year. I helped out with the boys a couple of years back. So I just want to say thanks to the community, thanks to the staff, the parents, the coaches for the support throughout, all the kind words. None of it went unnoticed. So I'm just going to give a brief recap of the season, hand out some awards here, and we'll get started. So at the beginning of the year, if you look at it as a whole, I'd like to put in words that it was an uphill battle from the very beginning. When you look around the DVC and you look at the coaches that have been around there for 10 years, 15 plus years, players walk in with the expectations. They know the offense, they know the defense, they know what's expected of them. And for us this year, it was kind of let's wipe the slate, let's start from the very beginning. And so for them to get used to me, the girls to get used to me, and for me to get used to them, all of it was a learning experience. So but like I said, I couldn't ask for a better group of girls to work with. When you look at the beginning of the year to the end of the year and the transformation that occurred, it was amazing. From if you just put it in this sense, okay, we had to go through a whole new offensive scheme. We put in probably 6 to 7 sets. Not including out of bounds plays either. Out of bounds plays, zone offense, sideline out of bounds, new defensive schemes, and that was all within a year. And we have 2 weeks to prepare until our first game. And so when you look at that transformation, and I heard a lot about it from the community and from outside voices about how much these girls really learned basketball and played the right way, and it's all true. It's all true. So it's props to them to showing up to practice every single day and taking my advice, putting it into practice, and it's a very, very fun year for me, and I hope it's a fun year for them. So, what do you do from here? We had one senior graduate, very tough shoes to fill, but at the same time, we need some people to step up. We need some girls to step up. We have a lot of youth, a lot of young talent showing up, and I think there's some good things that are going to happen here at Lake Preston in girls basketball if they continue to work. So, we'll go ahead and get into some awards here. We have 4 awards we're going to give out. We're going to start with the newcomer of the year, and this was given to an 8th grader or a 9th grader. Okay, that made the biggest impact on the team this year. And this individual, she started off on JV, and about halfway through the season, I think I had a talk with Ashton and said she's going to start from here on out. And this girl just showed up every single day to practice, willing to learn. Her basketball IQ was probably one of the top on the team. And for me as a coach, when I look at film, I look at individual performances and effort and whether or not they are doing the right thing. And this girl consistently did the right thing. And I was allowed to put her in multiple positions defensively, and she could, without zero hesitation, take on that role. And I think she has a very bright future. She continues to work, and I know she will. And that award goes to Ava Malone. For our next award is the most improved. And honestly, this could go to anybody. I think everybody improved this year. But this individual, when you talk about improvement and what she brought to the team, was probably the tops. She went through a lot of adversity this year when it came to injury, when it came to sickness. Like I talk about that uphill battle. It was tough for her, but when you saw her at her top, she was a big X factor for this team. When you talk about the improvement on footwork, post work, pick and roll, defense, she was a very, what I like to say, instinctive player. Instinctive, she could block shots. She could go up, get rebounds, and she just had that knack of making those big plays. And so if she puts together, and I hope within the next couple of years, she puts together a healthy season, and she puts in the work in the off season, I think she can be a player that scores about 15 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, without a doubt. And that award goes to Annika Nelson. 2 awards left. We have the Diver Award, and the Diver Award goes to an individual who showed up to practice, worked hard, night in, night out, put in work outside of practice, was a good influence and a good teammate at all times. This was a very easy award to give out. At the beginning of the year, when you talk about going, looking at the practices 2 weeks prior to our first game, this is where I get the feel out process for individuals and looking at their tendencies, what they can bring to the table, their strengths, their weaknesses. And this one was actually a tough read because she's pretty stable throughout the whole time. And I don't question competitiveness, but you always wonder what's going to happen when that ball goes up. And our very first game of the year against Elkton, within 2 minutes, I think I turned to the bench and said to our coach and to the bench that, hey, we have a gamer. We have a gamer. And what I mean by that is once that ball goes up in the air, okay, it's straight competition. And she competed night in, night out. If we kept track of a stat of tipping the ball out from behind, I think she'd lead the DVC without a question. And so she has a great potential. And next year, she has the opportunity to be the leader by example, by vocal leadership, whatever. And I think she'll step up into that role without a problem. So that award goes to Madison Perkins. And then the final award, MVP, I'm just going to say Ashlyn Decknicker. I don't think there's any question about that. Ashlyn has done a lot for Lake Preston. When I was here coaching the boys, that's just a name you heard. And, I had the privilege to coach her in her last season here. And I'll be honest, it was a tougher year for her because teams were able to really scheme and prepare for her. We saw a lot of box and ones, a lot of face guarding where they try to take her out of the game. But regardless of the situation, she was still the same player throughout. No matter if it was against Coleman, whether it was against Rutland, she was still the same player, and she always looked to be a positive leadership through her effort, through her words, through speaking up at halftime or whatever it was. Always the same player throughout the season, and you can't ask for much more as a coach. And there's one game and one moment that stuck out in particular, and there's many throughout the year, but I think it was the DVC tournament against Rutland, where the girls were very excited about this game because we come off a rough schedule. We had a very rough schedule to start the year, and we got up early, and within the second half, I think it was a 1-point game. We're kind of demoralized and just figuring out what's going on. We know we're better. And there's a stretch in the second half where Ashlyn went on a 10-0 run by herself in like 2 minutes. Literally, it was her standing at half court, stealing the ball, scoring, stealing the ball, scoring. I think after the second or third time, I just sat down and just watched. And as a coach, you can't just make my job easy. And so that was a very, very fun thing to watch. And that was just kind of the epitome of what she did. She always worked hard. Regardless if she was tired, she was going to give the same effort. So I really hope the youth takes notice. I hope her teammates took notice of Ashlyn throughout her career and how hard she worked, especially when that ball went up in the air. She was ready to compete. And if there's one thing you ask for your players it's to compete. And so hopefully we can take that and somebody can step up in that next role and lead by example like Ashlyn did. So, in recap, I thank you again. I told the girls at the end of the year that, I don't know what my future holds here at Lake Preston. It's up in the air if I'm going to be here or not with careers, and I might be shipped off to somewhere else. But just so you know, I'm always here. If you need something, if you need workout ideas, basketball plan, whatever it is, don't hesitate to ask me. So thank you once again, and we'll be in touch.
Hello, this is Coach Solberg on behalf of the Lake Preston boys basketball team. I'm going to hand out some awards for the athletic banquet. First, what a crazy year. I've never thought I'd have to be recording a video for our athletic banquet, but here we are. I just want to express how much I feel for the seniors, especially the golfers and the track and field athletes. Their careers were cut short, and my sympathy goes out to you guys, and I feel for you guys. This is always a great night to recognize all of the athletes, and some of my my speeches can get a little long, but I love to brag about my guys and my athletes, and unfortunately, there's no banquet this year, but we're going to keep moving forward. First, I'd like to thank our student managers, Danielle Odegaard, Holly Andrews, Ryan Green, and especially senior Jonathan Sievers for his always entertaining video clips. He films our basketball games for us. Also like to thank all the parents for their continued support, whether it's bringing in treats, Gatorades, breakfast. It's always much appreciated. And like to thank all the people that help out with book and making sure the games, all the things that us coaches take for granted. Thank you for helping us out. I'd like to thank assistant coach Brock Dufik for all the time he puts into the program. And we'll move on with a little recap. This year we went 10-12. Ups and downs, good games, bad games. But the guys always moved forward and always went to the next game. We forgot about what happened the game before and moved on. We lost to Wolsey Wessington in a very hard-fought defeat in the second round of Regions by 10 points. They were a very good team. They had 2 losses on the year, so very, very proud of the guys, the way they battled. I would like to acknowledge and thank the following seniors for their years of dedication on the court, in the weight room, and the classroom. Number 20, Nicholas Curd. Number 24, Jarrett Brown. Number 34, Austin Strandy. Number 40, Colby Olson. Number 42, Jacob Carlson. Number 44, Logan Williams. And number 54, Alex Wink. These guys, they never complained. Maybe besides they complained a little bit about conditioning, but who doesn't? They never complained about playing time. They were always respectful and very hardworking. I couldn't ask for a better group of guys for seniors to be a part of the program. Moving forward to team awards voted on the team. The MVP, most valuable player, is Jasper Dennison. The offensive player of the year, Carter Malone. Defensive player of the year for the second year in a row, Jarrett Brown. And the Diver Award for attitude, effort, hustle goes to Nicholas Curd. Always giving 100% and asking and doing whatever he's asked to do. Moving on to Dakota Valley Conference Awards. Carter Malone is honorable mention All Conference DVC, and Jasper Dennison was selected to second team All Conference DVC. Congratulations to Carter and Jasper. A couple other special awards. Academic All-State. These student athletes excel both in the classroom and on the court. They must have cumulative GPA of 3.5, and that goes to Nicholas Curd and Logan Williams. To kind of end this athletic banquet, we lost 2 starters. We were losing 7 seniors, so we have some guys stepping up. We have a couple starting spots open. I know we've had a couple freshmen work very hard in the weight room and putting time in the basketball before school and things like that. And Riley Casper and Jake Larson hopefully pushing the older guys to really work hard. So continue to work hard. I have a quote here that I actually used last year. I'm going to use it again because it's very fitting to the times we're in right now. Excuses are rationalizations we make to ourselves about people, events, and circumstances. There are invented reasons we create to defend our behavior, to postpone taking action, or simply as a means of neglecting responsibility. So we can make excuses for this COVID-19, not being able to use the weight room, not being able to access the gym. We can make all those excuses. However, you can also be proactive and work out and get better that way in the weight room, on the basketball court, things like that. Your teammates need effort, not excuses. So again, you're going to have to hold yourself accountable this summer. And something I sent some of the basketball players, I found a little quote, and it said a little quarantine math. So here's some quarantine and social distancing math for athletes. Number one, don't do any workouts on your own, and you will know it. If you do 2 or 3 workouts a week, you, your teammates, and your coaches will know it. If you do 5 to 7 workouts a week, you, your teammates, your coaches, and your opponents will know it. So again, the old saying, the ball's in your court. Please reach out. We'll be sending workouts home for the summer. The season comes around sooner than expected, so stay in shape, be working out, get a ball in your hand, working on your dribbling, your shooting, your form, all that good stuff. So thank you and stay safe.
There's also a group here that I want to recognize, and this is one area that we continue to um, progress and move forward with is our Unified Champions program that is within Lake Preston School. And we actually work with the Northeast Co-op, and we offer some different athletic and sporting events for our students here that may have some disabilities in competing. So I just want to recognize these athletes, and these athletes are lettering tonight for their dedication and work that they've done with the Unified Partners. I'd also like to reach out to Mrs. Hillstead and Mr. Weichel, who put a lot of time into Unified Champions, and they make sure that these students have the same opportunities as the other students that are participating in South Dakota athletics and fine arts as well. So with that being said, I want to recognize our athletes, Jeremiah Mogler, Austin Conrad, Nicole Conrad, and Alex Post. And now I'm going to go over some Unified Champion partners who actually go with these students and help them or maybe be team members with them, and it's a really good experience for them as well. And they are Carter Malone, Gunnar Larson, Corey Jurens, Austin Strandy, and Alex Wink. So I'd like to congratulate all Unified Champions on a successful season in bowling, basketball, track. Those are some of the examples that these students are participating in. Thank you. Now I will go over all letter winners for Lake Preston athletics. I will start with seniors and go down to 7th grade. Jarrett Brown, football, boys basketball. Jacob Carlson, football, boys basketball. Nicholas Carlson, football. Nicole Conrad, unified champion. Nicholas Curd, boys basketball. Ashlyn Deckenecker, girls basketball, cross country. Julia Falsetta, cross country. Ashley Neely, cross country. Colby Olson, football, boys basketball. Kaylee Poppin, boys basketball, sideline cheer. Jonathan Sievers, boys basketball student manager, cameraman. Austin Strandy, boys basketball, football, unified champion partner. Courtney Wendell, volleyball, sideline football cheer. Alex Wink, boys basketball, football, unified champions partner. Logan Williams, boys basketball, football. Brenna Woodcock, volleyball, boys basketball sideline cheer, football sideline cheer. Congratulations to all senior letter winners. Now we will go over the junior letter winners. Holly Andrews, volleyball, girls basketball, boys basketball stats. Jasper Dennison, football, boys basketball. Lindsay Ilinich, boys basketball sideline cheer, football sideline cheer. Corey Jurens, Unified Champion Partners. Tate Larson, football boys basketball. Gunnar Larson, Unified Champions Partner. Carter Malone, boys basketball, Unified Champions Partner. Rhett McMasters, cross country, boys basketball. Madison Perkins, girls basketball, competitive cheer. Alex Post, Unified Champions. Congratulations to all junior letter winners. Now we'll move on to the sophomore letter winners. Austin Conrad, Unified Champions. Morgan Curd, volleyball. Tyler Jurens, cross country. Jeremiah Mogler, Unified Champions. Annika Nelson, volleyball, girls basketball. Danielle Odegaard, competitive cheer, boys basketball stats. Shelby Olson, competitive cheer, boys basketball sideline cheer, football sideline cheer. Kate Reese, boys basketball sideline cheer. Marissa Rober, volleyball, competitive cheer, girls basketball, boys basketball sideline cheer. Jocelyn Stephenson, volleyball, girls basketball. Christopher Tavenerum, cross country, football. Jacob Tavenerum, football. Congratulations to all sophomore letter winners. Now we will finish up with our freshman, 8th grade, and 7th grade letter winners. Freshman letterman winners. Stella Deckenicker, cross country, boys basketball sideline cheer, girls basketball. Angel Henry, volleyball, competitive cheer, football sideline cheer. Ava Malone, volleyball, girls basketball. Ashton Wink, cross country. 8th grade letter winners. Amelia Green, volleyball, girls basketball. Savannah Perkins, competitive cheer. Faith Stephenson, competitive cheer. Alice Warney, girls basketball. 7th grade letter winners, Ryan Green, boys basketball manager. Now, if I made a mistake or there was something left off, please contact the school and we can get that fixed for you. During our drop-offs of May 13th, 14th, and 15th, we will have manila envelopes that will have the pins or certificates and awards that can be picked up at that time. If you do get that and you do not have the correct items, please let the school know and I will get those fixed for you. Thank you. Now I'd like to recognize my 2019-2020 Loyal Fan Awards. This is given to one student and one adult through the Lake Preston community. Normally our student is a senior here at Lake Preston, and they'll receive a plaque for their dedication to athletics. And this is voted upon by the Lake Preston staff and coaches. They put in nominations, and then we actually send out a survey as to who we feel is the most dedicated adult and student within our athletic program. The student recipient this year for the Student Loyal Fan is senior Jacob Carlson. And the adult loyal fan for the Lake Preston 1920 school year is Amber Stephenson. Congratulations to both Jacob and Amber for their dedication to Lake Preston athletics. Each year, the Dakota Valley Conference, in which we are a part of the 10 other teams, we hand out a Dakota Valley Conference male and female scholarship. These scholarships are for $150 each, and they can go to any senior within the Lake Preston Athletics. This year's female DVC scholarship winner for $150 is Ashlyn Deckenicker. The male DVC scholarship award winner for $150 is senior Jarrett Brown. Congratulations to Ashlyn and Jarrett as they continue their careers in post-education. At the conference, we also hand out DVC Academic Award certificates. These go to seniors who received a 26 or higher on their ACT. This year we had one recipient of that, and it was senior Kaylee Poppin. Another scholarship that'll be handed out virtually is the Michael J. Entringer Scholarship Classic. The Michael J. Entringer Scholarship Classic is a boys and girls basketball classic that is put on by the Region 2 and beyond basketball officials. It is remembrance of Mike Entringer, who passed away in 1990. He was both a basketball and football official. The funds raised from these classics are used to reward student athletes with scholarships. There are 20 participating area schools that take part. The funds to offer these scholarships are raised from these communities collecting advertisements and sponsorships that are presented in the classic program. Also, a silent auction, raffle, hoop shoot, along with other miscellaneous acts help provide the scholarships. The 26th Annual Girls Classic was held last year on December 21st, 2019 at Colman High School, and the Boys' 26th Annual Boys Classic was held last year at December 31st, 2019 at Brookings High School. In 1994, the first year scholarships were given out. 2 were awarded at $250 each. This year, in 2020, 61 will be awarded at $1,000 each. After this year, a total of 1,060 student athletes will have been awarded this scholarship, totaling $918,000 over all of the years. In normal times, an Entringer Classic representative would join school year-end banquets to present these scholarships that were awarded. But quite obviously, we are not in normal times, and as such, like all of you, we are having to adapt to situations of our current environment. Like so many others, the Entringer Classic Committee and many other generous sponsors are so empathetic to the impact that the COVID-19 pandemic has had on our schools, students, and communities all across the country, particularly those of the Entringer Classic participating schools. We are especially sympathetic to you and the rest of this year's senior class and have had what is generally a milestone year in your life turned upside down on you so abruptly. Know that our thoughts and prayers are with each of you and your classmates in these difficult times as you prepare to face the next chapters of your lives. With that, we would like to congratulate you and recognize you as a class of 2020 Michael J. Scholarship recipient. The Entringer Classic and our sponsors are so delighted to award you with this scholarship in the amount of $1,000 to assist you with achieving your future educational goals. Thank you for your leadership within your school and community that has made you an admirable recipient in this year's scholarship. Congratulations and good luck with what your future holds. The 2 recipients from Lake Preston School for $1,000 each to be used at the post-secondary education are both seniors, and our female recipient is Ashlyn Deckenicker, male recipient Jarrett Brown. Congratulations to both of you. As I wrap up the virtual presentation of our athletic banquet, I just want to thank everyone for their commitment and dedication to Lake Preston athletics as we move forward in finishing the school year of 2019 and 2020. Although it's been a difficult year dealing with adversity due to COVID-19, I cannot be more proud of our student athletes, coaches, as they continue to do the best they can with what we have in place. We know the future has many unknowns, but I would just like to say thank you for all the time and commitment you've put in to make this year a successful season and athletic year. Please reach out to the school if you need anything, but I personally want to thank the class of 2020 on all their commitment that they've given to the Lake Preston School, and I also would like to thank all of the coaches for all the time that they put in year in and year out for practices and scheduling and late nights, and could not do that without them. I'd also like to thank the parents for your involvement in Lake Preston athletics and making it better. Overall, I think this has been a year we can learn from, but a year that's going to make us better in the future. Thank you to everyone, and have a safe and happy rest of your school year.